area say bibia wonemre na se asenipa daseni se de bia no ye was a mindset no ye was a enkaye no se bibia wonemre na bibia mre beba you sure say enyama bia ya na ye ni tu no bia ya ye no ya nye sa tu no na ende the story ne say soldiers are na first je Mensa bibia obenamo na soldiers di nechi bebrebe na soldiers ni na ya twa mo asan. And the Mensa, yes, that's the story that's coming through. And the interior minister has confirmed that. We are going to read that story, but send the Americano, Bibia wonemre. Yebehe, die see ye, any see ye can no kwire pana. Nanka, the reason interior na Mensa, ye these soldiers a protecting no. Ye see ye can no kwire at the end of the day, a dear ne kuku ye. At the end of the day, na kenyen de mumpu, and I could hear more soldiers. But you see, they be a same one me catch on say. Encrophobia mane luki say NDC. A party bia, omu nipa bone for. But the truth of the matter is that NDC is a much more understanding political party than the MPP. In fact, some people even say NDC is soft. A lot of people complain say NDC is soft. But that is me when they say NDC na ye political party omo no moji democracy. He answer na ye beto abana de bia meka o. Me say Ghana NDC ba eni ehun de friend democracy. Answer na meto aso no mesre. In the comment box I have released my Facebook. Now, the book no is about how I was able to lose weight from 130 kg to 100 kg. So, who tie me na we fu adwa kakra. Who tie me na be say reduce weight. Secrets bi a me use ye, embre bi a me didi ye, ati ase recordings bi a me ye ne nyama nini na wo book nim. Mesrao in the comment box if you want to pay through mobile money, you use it. If you want the hard copy, you click. Ohwe video you can no be hu say it is actually showing on your screen. You just click, you follow through, and then you get it. As simple as that way. Any idea bia chinchina bia wunye tech savvy person crowd with me. Now, young concern nimo. Oxygen Mensa's military protection replaced with police. Interior Minister confirms. Also, the Minister for Interior, Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka, has confirmed speculative reports about the removal of the military team providing security for the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Jane Adukwe Mensa. Speaking on the matter in a Joy News interview on Friday, July 4th, 2025, and monitored by Ghana Web, Muntaka clarified that the military detail had been withdrawn and replaced with a police team, questioning the rationale behind assigning military personnel to provide security for civilians. He explained that the new procedure assigning police to provide security for all high-ranking officials in the country was in line with a government decision not to use the military for such duties. President Akufo-Addo knows, or he knew, say military yenfo mo nye se ejuma no. Any high-ranking official be a say or protection a police and they also say omo protect you. But under President Akufo-Addo, we also what happened. Attorney General Godfrey Dame court krana e soja ni na ikita ne bag emano. Ebi mu kan ya allege ya se MPP mpanyimfo ni na se obekọ obufie na soldiers for e na ewo fufu amomo. Hey, ngrofo yi. We will never forget them. Also, let me say, that is not true because the EC herself, I don't know whether you've spoken to her. I personally spoke to her after the meeting and we agreed that we were no longer going to use the military to provide civilian protection. So the guards were withdrawn and replaced with the police. So if you ask her, she will tell you she has a bodyguard. She has police manning her gates both day and night, and therefore it is never true if anybody says that her security has been withdrawn, the minister stated. The minister, who is also the member of parliament for Asawase, explained that the EC chair is not the only affected person under the new directive, adding that all high-ranking officials who previously had military protection have had it withdrawn and replaced with police personnel. Also, what we do generally is to provide security around every neighborhood. VVIPs, like the chair of the Electoral Commission, she has a personal bodyguard, SIC, just like the Chief Justice, the Speaker of Parliament, and all others, and that's what we are doing. And I'm sure you can call her and find out, and she can confirm that both her and her office is protected, he said. Mubarak further expressed the view that the military are not trained to provide civilian protection. And you see, as simple as that. How many times have I not said on this platform, say it is not the job of the military to provide protection. The military is not trained to provide protection to civilians. Military, they are trained for war. And that's the reason why so would now the military no call your bodyguard. And there's an issue, and as a military no benya confrontation with a civilian, it goes overboard because they've been trained for situations like that. They've been trained for war. So once they come, they war. Ghana and the President Akufo-Addo niema military no babe dane sa level ne say obon se military nam ha na military yewe military di obi echi ema military din na kra no ase yebe bo mu form. They are not trained to provide civilian protection, stating that such actions tend to send the wrong signals to the citizenry. Why should military be performing a civilian function? I mean, our country is not at war. Why should you draw in the military? The use of military sometimes sends wrong signal to the ordinary citizen. Police are trained with a civilian mind, while the military are supposed to constantly provide security for our external or territorial integrity. So when we draw them in, we are reducing the number of personnel that the military has to perform those difficult tasks that is usually performed by the military, he continued. He added, that's everywhere. I mean, you can find out from the former defense minister. You can find out from almost all the civilians that were using military protection. All of that have been withdrawn, all without exception. And this is a decision that we took as a new government, and that's our policy. And it's as simple as that. And when you say MPP 4% more defend where the year politics, and the Mensa, obi koko twa picture. Asiye dunketia the recent picture be. Na onamna soldiers for edinechi. Right? And the MPP 4 babeka say and as you see asiye dunketia and onamna soldiers for edinechi. When the babe exposing the background say oh. Ushe soldiers for entire ne kra na omo ye soldiers mpanyin for na soldiers for na waka so mudi asiye dunketia echi no omo ye gapoa penyi pa no wahye ne uniform na just oni ase dun kete akwa ko share wo program bio and obi etwa omo picture from an angle and MPP for the year propaganda say sisi ase dun kete na ma soldiers wo dinechi na so soldier ni no ohwe na betia ne rank na ebo ho no oye soldier penyi pa wo Ghana ha onye obi a oye bodyguard ye baba expose ni pa kono obi oben ma oben ba omia se ni pa kono baba sa den wo social media oben ba omia ye baba expose no na no eno baba delete post no na me se so mea because mo ate say je Mensa ye yi ni nti no ye yi ono na de nti mo pese mo baba propaganda e de fa ho na let's look at the reason why Mensa had soldiers. Ni en say ende me say ade a e koso ni na no me no the lessons in it. Lessons ne wo mu no. Eno ene ya na me pese me de ba na emia yesua. Ye maame kotoko. Em say audio a wo send me metie medase se ne awoka se de bia no make asa efutu bi ewom na ya na eno na wokrampo we ni gye ho no medase na me sure se mamefo bebre ne papa fo bebre amutie me no mo so the reason why you listen to me efutu kakra ya na me de come stories ho no. As some members of parliament raised concerns about the large military contingent assigned to protect the chairperson of the Electoral Commission of Ghana, Jane Mensa, when she appeared before Parliament on Friday, July 19th, 2024. The Member of Parliament for Bole Bamboy, Yusuf Sulemana, and this story, 2024, MPP, no more power, Tie. Also, the Member of Parliament for Bole Bamboy, Yusuf Sulemana, asserted that Jane Mensa should not need that level of security protection if she performed her duties as expected. He pointed out that not even the President of the Republic has the number of soldiers protecting the EC boss. That time, Jane Mensa on Namwa, soldiers, NDC MP raise issue no. Say, President Akufo-Addo kra wa Namwa. Any soldiers bebrese na edi nechi. He went on to urge her to perform her duties well because it will allow her to work freely without needing any security protection. Oye na edwuma ya. Obetumi anante free. Onhia security bia. I say I am a bit worried for her. I am worried because I have seen her many times with the military protecting her. If she should do the right thing, she would work freely without even a police officer. So we expect she will do the right thing and she will not go around with military everywhere. Today, over 20 military officers accompanied her. That shouldn't be the case. Even the president doesn't go around with over 20 military officers. We want her to be able to move freely in this country, he said. The MP added, and the only way you can do that is when you are fair, you are free, in terms of ensuring that the processes are right and declare the winner, and we will be happy with you. In her response to their concerns, the EC boss said that she is not happy with so many military men following her everywhere she goes. This was Jane Mensa's response. Emra ye katren se baby obekobia what the soldiers for edinechi no. Oso wono kra no enya ade anani so. She however said the nation's security apparatus thinks they, the EC commissioners, need this level of protection because of the kind of things people say about her and the other commissioners, which are mostly unfounded. So Jane Mensa explained the reason why soldiers for baby obekobia no mudinechi. Mind you, answer na Jane Mensa beba bedane electoral commissioner no. We had Afarijan. Ni who say soldiers for dinechi sa. We had Oba, ebi Afarijan no beka so ebe mind no. Yate. We had Oba and the person of Charlotte Osei. Ye who say soldiers for dinechi sa. And then we had Jane Mensa and ye who say soldiers dinechi. NDC MP erezi issue no. Jane Mensa se mo kan so no de anyo no. Eye aban state security eneka se enkrofo bi nsem a wo mo ka no. I said here, you see, and during that time no, so all those things are not easy no. They intentionally wanted to paint a picture bi say NDC for ye would for. Because what does it mean? Say we live in a country, a democratic country, and then Obinamwa soldiers, as this MP was claiming, or boy and the yenso yeboa. Say Jane Mensa na soldiers be 20 edinechi no. What is the message you are sending? The message you are sending and say enipa boni fo bi wo man ni mu a wo peso mu di nipa kro ne boni o mo peso mu kun no. And Jane Mensa confirmed it. Say in Sambia nkrofo kan wo krum, and during that time no enye nda MPP for e ka se tia Jane Mensa because of the Ablekuma North election rerun no dabi. That time no, near idea NDC was the only political party and no more raising issue. Etia Jane Mensa and the led administration. Into a say in Sambia and Crawford can't tia me or my limuninti. And the Yakatra me say me na Mensa soldiers enye the enam. What was Jane Mensa trying to tell us? Dear Nana Jane Mensa walk out. I mean, we all know what she was trying to say. We all understand what she was saying. So that's what Jane Mensa said. Na me pese me bisa say, and you see, it is how God works. And there's an microphone na mo kan se mu ya ato mo so no. And there's an microphone na ba ban mu. And there's an microphone ba ban mu no. And bibi ato. Se na ko betumi di uboni ana ke na also mu di uboni. Nanso ende bibi ato. And this idea Mensa. Have we not even caused financial? I mean, maybe it might be a stretch. Maybe some people say, "Oh, Melodies, where you are stretching it." Maybe it's a reach. Was it not financial loss we've caused to the state? Because one amateur says, "Encrophobia person mudi me bonintino. You've invested money in my security. At the end of the day, yen in ayat now my way who says encrophone crano. Or moon rains are the end found. Or moon deals are bonino. And then ya the ombe deals are bonino. And ye sika would invest in security, extra security, I was say independent muno. And yes, you can now wash it. I see, to be honest with you, it takes away your freedom. You cannot go to the saloon. Everybody is in your space. You go to the market. Everybody is in your space. It is not pleasant at all. But I believe it is the rhetoric that we hear in the media that makes the security agencies feel that maybe they should provide us with this level of security. To take Mensa was a time no. Idea bia no crenson any. Taking the freedom away. Oko saloon. Soldiers for dinechi. Oko sorry, soldiers for dinechi. Oko market no kodiga kra soldiers for dinechi. Baby obeko bia nti yade ono kra nani enso. Now so security no. Omo feeling bia omo feel say encrophobia bi wo kro ni mu pese omo bombe bone omo di me bone no. Eno na security na eka. Say no hunti. Yembo me ho ban. Yemfa a soldiers for mbo me ho ban. At the end of the day, ekoko wie sen. For at the end of the day, what was the essence? We the Mama Kai even saying the Bible story saw anyway in Tingrofo na komo peso mo omo di ubone pa non komo peso mo di ubone pa ende Nyankopon fa wonko ngoshe nkrofo ne nsem ende se nkrofo na komo peso mo di ubone pa na Nyankopon onfa wonko ngoshe o nsem. You see, the advice that the MP was giving Jin Mensa, that was all. The advice at MP Nema Jin Mensa no, ye wejuma ye, do your work diligently. Oye wejuma ye, there will be no need for you to be afraid. The tina krom ha yante da. Say people were Afarijan Beka say osuro se nipa bekuno, there be yante da wo krom ha. But do Jin Mensa so nko eh. And then what are you going to do? The soldiers are not with you. So what is going to happen? Yes, Obibeka say there's still police. Yes, of course. She's a high-ranking way. So still, she needs to get police escort wherever she goes. Me say, adesua womu ema ye nina ene say, embre dane, embre sesa, na se nipa, de piananke ye dwen e de tu ye trim se embre dane embre sesa na kanyama bi yenye nka treatment bi a ye di treating crofo bi yenye nka we will start treating people fairly. Me say me so awo, but the things I have seen we are say won say ye ma opportunity bi a won treat people fair because ochina bi o shebre betumi aba be hye nipa kro ne nsem. Omwana media my story is this. Omwa ye mo looky bad. Say wo mo peso mo DJ Mensa bone, wo mo peso mo kunu no. Enenye omo no mo aban mu. Nti ende na ko mo peso mo di ne bone anka by this time je Mensa otiase ana. Just put it in the comment box. That's the main question. Listen to Mensa. The reasons why no say soldiers for baby obekobia na soldiers for dinechi. O say yes say nkrofo bi nsemu a wo mo kafa me hu wo krom ha. Yes say me pese me wie mu ma MPP. Ye hu ni say nkrofo no pese mu di me bone. Ende nya sa nkrofo no na wa aban mu. Tende bone no mu ndi ubiom. And the sound of no nipa boni phobia. When Jean Mensa was appointed, and Jean Mensa she'll go, she'll obeko, and the obeko. When Jean Mensa was appointed as the EC, all she had to do was to come out fair. The first mistake, a man crofo who say, Jean Mensa mami, or the agenda, and enam, the ayawa so west wagon. Yeni na ye hu video ayawa so west wagon. Ye hu say boni esi ya tututu. Ye be frɛ Jean Mensa ba committee ne nim no. Jean Mensa so no de abato e course for ayawa so west wagon no boni bi ensi. Oh, for people who don't know, let me search for that story. Speaks when Jean Mensa appeared to the Ayawaso West Wagon committee, where is the story? Any? Oh, me I have stories for days. So any? And this story is dated back February 1st, 2019. February 1st, 20. And Ayawaso West Wagon was Jean Mensa's first election. And it was a by-election. So that time now we're fresh. Tonight the first by-election. Tie, yeni na yeni Ayawaso West Wagon de see meboa. It will to a course. Up till end, some people are still paralyzed because of it to a call more NDC4. Yeni na yehu video of Sam George, ye hwene so meboa miame MP ye hwene so. Emra Jean Mensa ko see committee nenim no asem o kan ni. O say Ayawaso West Wagon by election was peaceful, smooth and orderly. Na make na yemo say agro na medio. Yemo say entro na metwa to ne so. Emu bi mu ye remfi nipa nsemu, nipa numu nsemu. And you be held accountable. Jean Mensa appeared in front of the committee. Or say Ayawaso West Wagon no boni bi ensi wo ho. Eye peaceful obi amambe tututuo. Yambo MPB ni so. Hey! Obi aye ni na hu video aya Sam George ni so no. Jean Mensa call committee nenim no. Or say the elections was peaceful, smooth and orderly. That was her first election. The whole na me hu se mami or the agenda nam. Se mami etumi akọ committee enim. No wakwa kan say mo ya chair committee na mami the agenda na. That was the first time because yeni na na feel say oh at least mami obey wo baba be neutral. The testimony e wa ya waso West Wagon ho na ehun say dabi. Me personally, me ka chair mo personally 2019 na mo say dabi. Mami or the asem nam. Mami or the agenda eneba. See, just a year after 2020 elections, all Jean Mensa had to do to be on the good side of Ghanaians was that testify, just like Afarijan did. Come into the witness box. Speak your truth. She ran like a chicken. And then from there, she lost the goodwill. Because you see, Ghana Krum Hayati, Obia Ebabe Dane public official for at least 1-2 years now, you have some level of goodwill. Jean Mensa, our first election was 2019, so the goodwill was there. And then the main election, 2020, at least you had some level of goodwill. The oye no more be who said Abi, Mami, one man papa, ran away from accountability. A ho. On one trimu yesi, se utrimu. Dien se unye dien na ntiamo ankunwu se dien onu ani trimu na shase ebu no fo ene ye afa ye shase se ye di soldiers because when Jean Mensa came first, okay, during the Ayawaso West Wagon, that time no na soldiers in dinechi Prior to the 2020 elections, no nama soldiers in Dinechi. It was after the 2020 elections. DNT after 2020 elections, Yebeka said soldiers in Dinechi. Because on Wankasandi Trimu ebune for. Say nyama bia me ye na nko ye. Tisisi ade o say soldiers Dinechi. And there the American say at the end of the day, DNT na oma soldiers di wechi. Nkrofo na omo opposition a ni ye ka say omo peso mu di ubone no. And then nyomo no mo to me. It is soldiers deal with at the end of the day. What was the essence? Because finally, what about the tongue of one in same? And there were more and no more to me decide to say, Nipa we young ball home buying, or no bet to me decide to say, Nipa when conquer ball home buying. Intino, Sadia na mo ye ni nan and then conquer Dane cost 90. What was the essence of it? And then Nane cost 90. If you are in a position, treat people fairly. Because one day, your faith, one day in Crofono, they might be holding your case. One day, or can't call, and as a war sign, a baby told him, now they remember, people might forget things, but people will never forget how you made them feel. People will never forget how you make them feel. And that's my advice. Obia wo tie bia no. Montra mo your comment box ni mo. Me da say.